This is Dominate TV, guys. A big welcome back to some Diamond Dynasty talk. Of course, today, let me tell you what we're going to rip. We're going to rip the Blue Jays upgrades and downgrades for this roster update coming out on Friday, July 27th. Oh boy, it's going to be a good one. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be covering any of it as I have a trip going on for that week starting Friday, but that's all right. So, here's the deal. Roster update. We didn't have one last week, we have one this week, so I'm going to get right into the material that you need to know for the Toronto Blue Jays. Of course, that's what I do. If you're new to the channel, you would know not much about how I operate this, but of course, I just cover the Blue Jays upgrades I believe will happen because historically, the Blue Jays are one of the biggest teams left out of the upgrades and downgrades system by MLB The Show every single week in, week out. That's just my personal feeling, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so starting off, first things first, we'll go with the pitchers that I feel like are going to get an upgrade. And it's quite simple. There's two guys who have been performing over the span of more than a full game, a full 9 if you'd like. One at 11 2/3 and one at 12 1/3. And the first one, the 11 2/3 man, is Sungwon Oh, who's a 76 overall currently. You see his stats right here. So inside edge, here's the thing. Inside edge, if you give him a plus 24 in terms of a plus 12 to hits per 9 and a plus 12 to Ks per 9, he's up to an 81. So Sungwon Oh all of a sudden a gold with 24 attribute change. Well, I'll give you a little breakdown on Sungwon Oh right now. He's played in 12 games, had that 11 2/3 innings pitched, had a .77 ERA over the last 30 days, okay? Just keep that in mind. And given that, in that 11 2/3 innings pitched, he had 6 hits and 1 walk for a .60 whip. Right there, I couldn't even read that. I thought it was 0.5. It's .60. That's insane. Oh, remember O. And then the average against was a 154 average, and his Ks per 9, well, he's had 15 and 11 2/3. So that's not a bad little number right there when you start talking 15 and almost 12 innings pitched. That's good relief for the bullpen for sure. Sungwon Oh really getting it done. So I don't know what to expect. I'd expect the Ks per 9 probably get boosted over an 80, and the hits per 9 probably get boosted up to an 80. So you're looking at a 78, 79. Sungwon Oh continues it the rest of the year, might be a gold at some point. Return to the promised land. He used to be with a St. Louis Cardinals team, if you remember back a couple of years ago. So that's Sungwon Oh. Now the next guy is way over on this list right here, Jake Petricka. Now this guy is interesting. Petricka comes up, starts doing good things for us, has a .46 ERA, has a win in 8 games played, a 12 1/3 innings record so far. That's how many innings he's amassed in those 8 games in the past 30 days. Had 6 hits, 3 runs, only 2 were earned, and then you have the home run. So home runs per 9 might not get a touch, and that's all right. We'll get his stats up here right now. It's 68, so does it really need to be touched? I don't think so. And then the base on balls is a 5 in the column. So 5 hits, or 6 hits plus 5 walks gives you 11 in 12 1/3. So that whip is under 1 again, and it's a .89 with a 154 batting average against. His hits per 9, absolutely devastating if you're trying to play with him online. A 39 overall hits per 9 category, but +9 to hits per 9 and +9 to Ks per 9. And this is the other thing, he has had 11 strikeouts in those 12 1/3 innings pitched. So you can see easily both those categories could get boosts. Even a +9 gets him into 63 overall territory. So I'd say it might not be too long of a shot to see him at 65 and move up a tier at some point in this roster update, that is for sure. So that's my pitchers that are going to get upgrades. Now pitchers that are going to get downgrades, this is a really tough question, but it becomes quite simple, quite fast. Marco Estrada, he's had 2 starts, 5 1/3 innings pitched in those 2 starts, and an 8.44 ERA. Now this guy's had a tough season, but at a 76 overall, I think you got to move him down to probably bronze territory. I called the Travis 1-1 once upon a time. I've been calling Stroman for the longest while, and it hasn't happened. But Marco Estrada, if any Blue Jays pitcher is going to move. I believe it may be Marco Estrada in this roster update, and he will be going down into bronze territory off the first page. Seeing what becomes of Marco Estrada after this update. So that's a quick touch on Marco Estrada. Then that means we have to go on over to the hitting category and move on to another page here where Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is doing some fantastic things for the Blue Jays. Just came back from a concussion. In 13 games played in the past 30 days, he's had 50 at-bats, 6 runs, 20 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, that's it, and a 400 batting average. Now his OPS is 983. So that's not a bad OPS at all for a rookie. You talking rookie numbers? Those are great rookie numbers. Currently sitting at a 68 overall, while batting 400, I don't think that's going to play so much into it. The 20 hits definitely could. The extra base hits aren't going to help because he's only had, what, 2 in the past 13 games, or 4. That's not going to help lots, but if you're looking at his stats, a plus 10 to contact versus strike and a plus 10 to power versus strike gets him up to a 71. So I'd imagine probably see him move 5 on each of the contact markers. Maybe 5 on power versus right and 5 on power versus left. I'm not sure. See him at a 70. That's where I'd cap it, is probably around a 70, honestly, with you. And discipline could definitely get a move up, though. Discipline and clutch and that kind of stuff could move. I mean, get that to a 40, get clutch to a 45, and suddenly you got Lourdes Gurriel Jr. talking 72, 73. So watch for him to move in this roster update, that is for sure. Now, the real big guy that you got to be watching in this roster update. Ooh, we just completed a sale. Look at that. Spot another Sungwon Oh. Heck yeah. All right, so the next guy you really got to watch is, I don't know if he's going to get an upgrade. I doubt it. But Justin Smoak starting to come on for the Toronto Blue Jays all of a sudden. 7 home runs, 18 RBIs, 11 walks, a 275 batting average in the past 23 games. And this is the beauty part of it. He's had 22 hits, 7 doubles. So he's had a lot of extra base hits, so the power bat is back for Justin Smoak. And I mean, the strikeouts are there, striking out a quarter of the time pretty much. So that's kind of rough. But I believe the run production, the average, could get him back up and swinging in the gold territory here. You can see a plus, I don't know, plus 6 to contact versus right, plus 6 to contact versus left, and possibly a little bit on the power, vision, and discipline and clutch. You could see him getting back up into an 80 territory, but Justin Smoak's kind of like my wild card pick for this week, I'd say, is if he goes up, he's going gold. If he goes down, he ain't going down. But if you don't move, he don't move. He goes up, it's gold, like I said. And then the other guy I really got to mention here, this is just a quick one, because you got to see, Aledmys Diaz had 20 games played, 60 at-bats, 18 hits, 3 doubles, and 2 homers for a 300 batting average. So it's 73 overall. You could easily see him move, maybe to a silver, but I'd be lucky to see him move probably to a 74 overall. You see -7 only moves him down to 72, so to see him move up to a 75 would be a long stretch, but to see him move to 74 wouldn't be as big of a stretch. Now the last guy I have to talk about before I get out of here, we go back to the pitching tab quickly, is Ryan Tepera, who has had a very rough go. He's blown one of his 2 save opportunities in, well, 2 2/3 innings pitched in the past 4 games, had a 6.75 ERA. So think about that. He hasn't even completed 3 innings in 4 games played. That's kind of a rough go. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, not being able to watch the Blue Jays on TV. But checking by the stats, Ryan Tepera has had a very hard go. 2 earned runs, home run, but he's also had a harder season this year. So I think Ryan Tepera, you could see him fall out of silver category. If not, he'll stay put. But you see, a +2 moves him to 76, so you'd imagine that a -5 on 2 things would move him to a 74. He's quite on the volatile side of the 75. So that's where I'm sitting, guys. Those are my picks to move for the Toronto Blue Jays this week in the July 27th roster update. I'm Tyson, this is Dynasty TV, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If not, definitely you know what to do. Leave that like. I will catch you guys, as always, in the next one.